In this video, we'll see where to go to access Elastic Security in Kibana and where the various features live in the app itself. There are a few ways to reach the Elastic Security app. The first is via the hamburger menu on the left hand side. You can click this, and depending on what permissions you have, you'll see a variety of different options. But down here you can see where security is and a number of the sub-menus which we'll explore in just a moment. But through here I can click alerts, for example, and that takes me to the current page that you can see here. The second way is the menu bar. So this is a global search bar that sits on top of Kibana. From here you can type security and also get shortcuts to all of the various different pages that exist within the application itself. So again, here within Elastic Security Alerts, you can click that and that then takes you to the same alerts page here. The next thing that's worth highlighting are the universal controls that exist on the page. So the first thing to highlight is the breadcrumb. So this allows you to navigate easily through all the different pages and where they nest within the security application itself. So for instance, if I go and open the overview page, here you can see that the overview dashboard is displayed and that I can always return up a level to then see exactly where I've come from and then also return to the main page within the security app within here as well. The second thing to also highlight is the search bar. So on the alerts page here, I have this detailed search bar. This allows me to search for data in particular for my view in terms of what's going on. So for instance, if I type in user.name, I can build a query like so, that then filters all of my alerts on this page based off the search bar in here. So this is a global search bar that applies to the page that I'm looking at and traverses other pages as well. The last bit I also then want to highlight is the time picker. So here I'm looking at alerts within a specific time range that I've defined here. As you open it up, you can do some quick selects for certain time ranges within the last or in the next couple of minutes, days, hours, weeks, months, and years, as well as most commonly used and recent history of different time ranges that you've used as before. Now let's look at where all the functionality lives in the security app itself. We'll start off by looking at dashboards. Here on the menu on the left hand side, we can see a list of all the dashboards that are out of the box at the top. First and foremost is the overview dashboard, which provides a summary of your security environment activities, and the detection and response one, which provides a focused visibility into the day-to-day activity of your security environment. There are other ones in here as well, however we'll cover them in more detail later. An easy way to access these dashboards is also to use the little sub-menu on the right. This brings out a sub-page that allows you to click directly into those dashboards. One other thing to highlight is that you can also include custom dashboards at the bottom, as long as they're tagged with the security solution as well. So when you create your own dashboards, they'll be in this collective list. Next is alerts. When you click on alerts, this is the page that we've seen before that lists all of the information about the alerts on the system. If I clear our recent search again, you'll see the complete list within this time window. Next is timeline. So timeline exists in two places. You can access it directly from the bottom. So when you click here, this brings up the menu that allows you to add and create your searches here. And you can also load other timelines that you've created previously by just clicking this little plus symbol and clicking open timeline and selecting one that you've done previously. You can then minimize it by just clicking the name here. You can also access timelines on the left hand side as well, where you see a full table of all the different timelines in here, and you can click that timeline here and it will open it up from the bottom with any of the information that you've stored previously. Next is cases. So again, access from the left hand side menu. You can then see a list of all the active cases that are going on here, including the name, assignees, tags, and a number of different metrics about the alerts and comments and when it was last updated. Under Explore, you then have the ability to look at certain dashboards for hosts, network, and users. So if I just show as an example hosts, this gives you an example of this here. We'll cover these in more detail in a separate video. We'll also have the threat intelligence page that exists on the menu, and last but not least is manage at the bottom. Mostly used for principal analysts, but in here it allows you to then take a look at the rules and shared exception list, as well as a number of capabilities around endpoints, which will be covered in a separate video.